What's up, y'all? It's your boy KXK Sports, and y'all see the title. 1 week down of OTAs. We still got 2 more weeks of OTA practices in the next 2 weeks. They have the same schedule, Tuesday through Thursday. Next week, the 26th through the 28th. Then you got OTAs the following week, June 2nd through the 5th, I believe. June 2nd, June 3rd, June 4th. 3 days of OTA. I think that week might be 4 days of OTAs. You got 10 OTAs, 3, 4, that third week. And then you have the standard, the mandatory Browns minicamp, where Todd Monken has said that he wants to name a quarterback one by that June 9th, June 11th timeline of the mandatory minicamp. So you got 10 organized team activities called OTAs. You just had 3 this week, so that's why the title is 1 week down. You got 3 more next week, May 26th through the 28th. Then you got 4 the following, June 2nd through the 5th. Then you got the mandatory minicamp. That's when you'll see Myles Garrett. I know the question was asked about Myles Garrett, and Todd Monken was like, I mean, he ain't here. I mean, why y'all keep asking me silly questions? I like Todd Monken's forthrightness. I like it, especially when it comes to the quarterback, because, you know, narratives will be spun from what happened at OTAs. You know, people will say Deshaun is ahead, Deshaun is this, Deshaun is that. I mean, the quarterback tracker does say that Deshaun got 21 reps at OTA 1. Shedeur got 11. So, I mean, you can look at that and be like, well, because of that, Deshaun is QB1. I mean, not necessarily, but you can spin that narrative. And you can spurn from that he's, quote-unquote, ahead. Now, I mean, those are dangerous aspirations to draw from that, because Todd Monken has yet to name a quarterback one. Actually, he had a lot of glowing things to say about Shedeur Sanders. He said that he's progressing nicely, that he has grown leaps and bounds. I'm paraphrasing here, but you have to remember that in this quarterback competition, you have a veteran in Deshaun Watson who has been through many OTA sessions. So his veteran, just being a veteran, he's going to have a leg up naturally. I think when people say that Deshaun has a leg up, I don't think that necessarily means that he's the better quarterback. I think it's more stemming from him being a veteran. And I think people need to explicitly say that, that, you know, he's ahead because he's a veteran, which is a fair take to have. Now, if you want to get into the nitty gritty of, you know, who's playing better, who should be the quarterback going forward, those are different discussions that need to be had. And I think in the next few weeks, I think the picture will become clearer and clearer. I think eventually Shedeur is going to come out of this as QB1, because it just makes the most sense for the team naturally going forward. For me, it doesn't make any sense for Deshaun for you to keep trying to get something out of this contract with Deshaun Watson, because you already tried the last 4 years to get something out of Deshaun Watson. It's just not anything there. So, I mean, people can say, hey, he looks good at practice, he looks good in shorts, he looks good at 65%. I have ocular evidence that says that Deshaun Watson hasn't been good. When he took the field in 7 starts in 2024, it did not look good. And he's a veteran. So, Shedeur, 7 starts, 3 and 4. I'm told, hey, it's all about winning. Shedeur won 2 division games, his first 2 division games. I don't know how many Browns quarterbacks in the first 2 starts have won both of their division games, because division games are the most important games on your roster. Those 6 games, you want to circle them. It establishes hierarchy inside of your division. So I'm just saying, man, you got a quarterback that went 2-0 inside of the division. Just is what it is. I think there's a lot you can build on with Shedeur, and Todd Monken alluded to that. So with 1 week down, we're really no closer to determining whether Shedeur is the QB1 or Deshaun is the QB1. And that's fine. We don't need a definitive answer. Todd Monken said, he said, hey, in the, I believe OTA session 2, Shedeur led some drills. And Shedeur was the first one out. As opposed to, I think in OTA 1, that's when you had the ESPN Cleveland tracker where it had Deshaun had 21. Deshaun took the ones first, even though they were split. But Todd Monken, he came and said, no, this session in OTA 2, Shedeur was out there first with the one. So, I mean, that's what happens when, media is able to attend one OTA as opposed to the two other OTAs. I mean, narratives can be spurned, and that's when you had Todd Monken being as transparent as possible, letting it be known, like, hey, man, this is what it is. Shedeur got reps with the ones. I like what I'm seeing from Shedeur. He's progressing nicely. And remember, Shedeur is learning a new system, so that is going to take some time for Shedeur to, get up to speed, get up to snuff, because, he got all that bull junk that he learned under Kevin Stefanski, he got to put that stuff to the side. All that is done with. All that is left in 2025. You're learning a new system. You got a new coach that does rock with you, does like you, but he's going to let you know, hey, man, we can't have you throwing interceptions. Now, that's another thing that's stemming from the OTA. Todd Monken, he said he was embarrassed that his quarterback room, they was all throwing interceptions. Now, people interpreted that as him talking about Shedeur, because I think he did speak on the day that Shedeur threw his one interception. But in the OTA session, Dillon Gabriel threw an interception. Deshaun threw an interception, as well as Shedeur. So all three quarterbacks that are taking reps, I mean, it's clearly 1-2 between Shedeur and Deshaun, and then Dillon Gabriel is clearly the quarterback 3, and then Taylor Green is mainly that quarterback that's kind of walking through everything, not really being in the mix. I mean, that's what you're going to get from your true developmental type of quarterback, and Taylor Green. So he's not really throwing the ball. I think he had on the ESPN tracker that they tracked the one day, I think he only had one throw. So I mean, that makes sense. He's not even going to be in the equation for any of the quarterback positions, QB 1, 2, 3. He's most likely, he's probably going to be your emergency quarterback. I still wholeheartedly believe that they're going to trade Dillon Gabriel. It just makes sense to me. I can see a scenario where they start Dillon Gabriel preseason game. He looks good, and they trade him away. I mean, they have shown that if they want a quarterback room set a certain way, that they don't mind trading quarterbacks away. They traded DTR away. They traded Joe Flacco away. They traded Kenny Pickett away. If there's a quarterback that does not sit properly into their quarterback depth chart, they will. They don't have any bones about collecting draft capital and getting rid of said quarterback. So I still believe, I don't think Dillon Gabriel is going to be on this roster come September 13th, but I could be wrong. There's still a lot of time. It's like 4 months between now and then. But getting back to, let me wrap this up. Getting back to 1 week of OTAs down. What have we learned? We have learned absolutely nothing, if we're going to be honest. I mean, I know I came on a couple days ago and I was saying, Deshaun, it could be interpreted that he's ahead. And, some people was like, you really can't, you really can't make that determination. And, I was jumping the gun a little bit. I got a little bit caught up in the sauce of, what other people are saying about the quarterback situation. But, Todd Monken set me straight. Todd Monken was pretty much like, hey, man, it's not a decision made. I like the athleticism that Deshaun is showing. I like how Shedeur is progressing, learning a new system, stemming from him being a rookie last year, having to unlearn everything that he learned from Kevin Stefanski, and learning concepts and plans that Todd Monken wants to instill and roll out for whoever the quarterback one is going to be. Got 7 more of these OTAs, and it's going to be very interesting to see what Shedeur does, nephew does, and what Deshaun Watson does. Let's see who is the guy coming out of OTAs and coming out of mandatory minicamp as QB1. There will be a decision made by June 11th. The mandatory minicamp is June 9th, 10th, and 11th. So it's about 3 weeks away or so. So in 3 weeks' time, we'll have not a definitive. I think the QB1 is probably penciled in pencil more than pen or, permanent marker, Sharpie. But we will have a depth chart by that time period. So can't wait. All right, KSK Sports rolling out. All right, like, comment, and subscribe. I'm rolling out. Peace.